provides simple technology. I don't think that this is the case. This is an act of genius to use or to create such a technology, and it's very inspiring.
Is it because it's publicly available that everybody can have a look in it?
Because it's eliminated from our life many of these intermediaries and certification, which actually can be replaced by infrastructure.
Yeah, and can it be the case that the ING will no longer be needed, like a bank? Yeah, so if people can just transfer things.
Well, you see, the role of the bank is not only the element of the certifying the ownership. And once again, don't forget, still money of different countries and so on and so forth. Of course, dreaming long term, who knows? Who knows whether banks will be necessary for this function, right? But if you ask me, will ING be needed? Well, in my view, of course, yes. Of course, yes. But even if the fact that running the accounts, it's not necessarily the, say, monopoly of the bank, giving advices, giving interfacing with the customers, providing them the good service, it's still a transfer of risk, transfer of money. The normal transition form of what banks are for still remains, right? Keeping the accounts. If you look at the old books, right, this certifying that you have money, right? Is it the only thing that banks do? No, it's not. It's not. Of course, the interesting discussion is, for instance, whether the world, in that old dreams, should create one blockchain for everything, or there will be a multiple. In the beginning, of course, there will be multiple, but are they not naturally getting into some kind of one central? Who knows? But this is at the moment still science fiction. Science fiction doesn't mean 100 years from now, right? Science fiction also means 10 years from now, because that's how we shorten the horizon and perspective. Okay? So just if you ever try to explain that to somebody what blockchain is, or what is the potential, just the one element that I found in one of the books is just imagine that this is like exchange of emails. But after you pressed send, you have absolutely no control what you have sent. This is becoming a public information. Other elements are, of course, that, you know, blockchain is the public information the transaction happened. But it's not getting that what is inside the transaction, whether this is public or not public, right? A big discussion is, for instance, about documents and contracts, right, on blockchain. And here, of course, is the element, what is transferred with that money? Is the fact that there is a document A, which is identified and cannot be changed, or details on which are inside, privacy, and all that stuff which you will be, I'm quite sure, working on, right? Art. There is a company which is working on art, so that, you know, fake and all that stuff. There is only one piece of art which is unique, painting, right? And that we can have this registered in the blockchain as the only one registered, so that everybody can know that this painting of Renoir is in the possession of that person.
There is already a washing machine existing, which is completely connected to the blockchain. It was the initiation of Samsung and IBM, I believe, and this is a washing machine which is supplying itself in the all washing powder and calling the mechanic if it's broken.
Yeah, but we are here putting a lot of different technologies in place, right? Blockchain is getting the element that this uniqueness of the machine is attached to the person or to the place where where that exists, right? And you cannot duplicate that. For instance, one element that you can think about blockchain is, of course, frauds. There are companies now pretty active which are, for instance, working on the luxury goods. So just imagine that the Louis Vuitton bags are identified who is the owner of Louis Vuitton bag. You know, all this problem relating to pharma, as you know, we are having a huge problem. Even in Europe, we're having a huge problem that many of the drugs being sold in the drugstores are not the original drugs, because on the way during the supply chain, they are replaced by the fraud. Right? Just imagine that every piece of paracetamol, exaggerate, but paracetamol, but of course we are talking not about that innocent drugs at the end, right? Every package, it's actually traced where it is, who it belongs to, and who is the real owner. So you, as the last receiver, you can track that actually it's coming from the producer as it is. So all these elements are under discussion, and we will see a lot of activity about that. But once again, don't assume from that, especially in financial world, that tomorrow there will be a huge blockchain type of eruption, right? More chances and more hopes I'm seeing from this kind of cooperation of regulators and banks like R3.
I think we've covered all our questions, right?
Did you?
Yeah.
We didn't have many.
Yeah.
We know that we don't have much time.
Yeah.
But it's interesting subject, I think.
Without any doubt.
Yeah.
Without any doubt. And it's very good that you are trying to learn more about it, because it's fascinating. It's fascinating. Or fascinating in that respect. Once again, it might be the case that we, of course, will find something new in the meantime, right? So, first,
looking.
when you are looking at the world, always look from the perspective. What is in the media?
Yeah.
Some things are from small things being creating a monster, mouse, and it's presented like a dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
Very many things. Very often, the mammoth going through the center of the city is not even spotted by the people. So always be very critical about what is happening.
Yeah.
Don't think that every bank is having a total disruptive project in their books. It's not true. It's not true, right? And don't think that technology is so advanced, blockchain is so advanced, that this is ready for production immediately. It's also not true. But it is potentially huge disruptive infrastructure element, and it's every infrastructure principally speeding up its real implementation is depending that people are taking that on board, and that exactly what is happening over last year, because attitude of banks and especially regulators has changed.
Do you think it might have as big impact on us, banking system, but as well us as people, as for example internet had years ago, in the last 15 years, the speed?
Well, you know, theoretically and potentially, yes. But you see, just put yourself in the situation. I don't know whether you lived that long, but put yourself in the situation like beginning of 90s, and show me one person who will say, and internet was already there, right? Who will guess, yeah, it will change the world in such a way.
Nobody.
Sorry.
No clue. Yeah.
So about blockchain, you can ask me that question potentially, and then what can I tell you? I just don't know. I have no clue. And of course I can play it safe and say, oh yes, it's having a huge potential, right? Because I cannot be wrong
But it's
about
potential,
that, right?
It's potential.
If I'm wrong, nobody will claim me, blame me, and whatever. But no, I just don't know. I just don't know. And I'm quite sure nobody knows, as a matter of fact. But some people are very much dedicated to put the bet, to put the money behind that, people who are believing. I'm sure about one thing. We as ING, we cannot stay aside, just observe and wait. We have to get in. I have a team of researchers working within my organization as well. There is a team with Mark Boutenhek. There is a team in FM. So we are involved, but don't expect us to tell you that tomorrow we are having a project launch. No, it's not on that stage. But it's not Nobody is having that.
Mhm.
We know what UBS is doing. We are in talks with them. We know what they are trying to achieve in level 39. We know the people from R3. So
Well,
Let's see. Wait a couple of years probably, and let's see
no,
what.
come on. Wait a couple of
Couple.
years. Then you'll be talking to me in the graveyard. I don't have few years. We have to speed up. Come on, years. Let's talk in few months,
huh.
weeks. Come on. The world is changing much faster than that.
That's
years.
true.
Years. Come on. Joke.
But it is still quite a new technology. The first,
Yeah, but we can move much,
Yeah.
much faster than you expect. We just don't know.
yeah,
But be prepared for the fast moves.
true.
That's the point.
Okay.
It might be that it will be forbidden shortly because we will find out that this is, for instance, not as non-penetratable like we are assuming at the moment. At the moment, the core element of this, that this is, it looks very secure.
Yeah.
It looks that it cannot be broken.
Mhm.
But if tomorrow somebody will find out this is broken,
Then it probably collapse.
if you look deeper into discussion or deeper into that subject, you will find out that some people are saying, yeah, but with the power of quantum computing, blockchain can be broken. Right? That's what people are assuming. This is again new technology,
Yeah.
new power, superpower coming, which can beat this superpower of the computer
Yeah.
power that we know at the moment, right? But then we will have a blockchain based on the computer, on the quantum computing as well, as the matter of fact, the concept is still valid. But this discussion is also going in the more technical type of literature.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very
Thanks.
much.
Goodbye.
And by the way, LOT is one of the first airlines which where you can buy already tickets with bitcoins.
Yes, this is marketing. This is gimmicks.
Yeah.
This is the small little paint. The whole airline is collapsing, but they put the paint to look beautiful
Yeah.
and pink. Don't get excited with that messages,
I
right?
found it funny.
Yeah, of course, because it's marketing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's marketing.
Yeah.
It's market. It's funny. So ask them how many transactions
Exactly.
did they do, and
Yeah.
then after a year they will tell you.
Two.
But we
Yeah.
have
What's
bigger.
the problem? What's
Yeah.
the problem?
Yeah.
Ask them whether they accept, I don't know, gold as the payment for that. Yeah, why not? We are the only one company which is accepting gold. I want to be paid in horses. Why not? If that is marketing and people will talk about me, that's fine.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
So what? It's the same type of attitude. Don't get excited about everything. It's just noise. Everybody wants to join. And to be talked about, right? Bad or good, who cares?
Yeah.
So this is not the real the reality. You have to look deeper. Look deeper. And deeper look is it's fascinating. Bitcoin, we never get excited. But blockchain, we are very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's to me that's very
Nice
clear
quote.
message.
Not,
Yeah.
not quote, but nice
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah. Speculation,
yeah.
but behind it, something very, very important.
Yeah.
Right? Speculation of tulips is crazy, or was crazy, if we are talking about 17th century. But behind that, if you look for that, it's creation of the global market of flowers concentrated in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Right? So what are you looking for? Yeah? Are you looking of this or are you looking on that? Fort T is everybody's talking about Fort T, right? And big success. But behind it, of course, there is assembly line, not the model per se, but there is an assembly line, and there is a dealership creating the car dealership. There are huge changes. Not that Ford T was just another car. Right? Yeah. Deep. And
Yeah.
there, the real world, you are seeing that there is a big revolution. So blockchain is certainly one of them. Okay, switch it off. For God's
Yes.
sake.
Thank you.
I'm getting stressed. You don't want this. I don't know